Did you know that I have a course called Women Who Lead that will change everything about how you interact with humans? You'll learn how to make things safe, logical, fun, and memorable so that people will listen to you and love you a little bit more than they already do. All you have to do is go to www.aimwithus.com and click on courses, and it will take you to everything you need to know. I hope to see you there.
Welcome to Productive Joy with Dr. Christie, where fun meets action.
Hi, friends. Welcome to Productive Joy, the recap. Okay, I am so excited about this week because it's different, and different is important. So this podcast is called Productive Joy, and I am a firm believer in finding joy in the tough times, in the reality of life, and recognizing that joy is a choice. And both of my guests this week took us on a journey that is so important. It's about finding productivity in the struggle and the sadness and the crap that life gives you. So my first guest was Michael Allison. Michael Allison is a veteran who served in the Marine Corps and watched horrific things happen in front of him in active combat. And yet he went from horrible PTSD and really struggling to changing the lives of others through not one, but two books, Overcoming Adversity and Break the Bottle. How powerful a story to recognize that in our valleys, that's where we often find the joy. That's where the veil is lifted and we are able to see things we can't see any other time. And then I had my friend Ben Solomon on. And Ben was going through a different type of adversity. Ben lost his job, and his job was very much his identity. And he is in a valley where he's trying to figure out what it looks like to break out of and find that joy again when the things that you thought you knew to be true and right no longer exist. There is not a person listening to this right now that doesn't need all of what Michael Allison and Ben Solomon had to say this week. Because here's the thing. Okay, so I am a little Pollyanna. I know I am an enthusiastic optimist by title, meaning that as an Enneagram, I'm a 7. I look for the joy. I look for the good. I try really hard not to live in my feelings, which is not healthy, but is my reality. And yet I'm learning that sometimes you have to sit in the suck, right? Like you've got to sit in the moment where things are not butterflies and bubbles and push past it. But here's why I think productive joy is so important, because we still have to go to work. We still have to feed our families. We still have to function. And when we're in those deep, dark moments of yuck, if we don't find the good, we're not going to be able to function. And last time I checked, we have made it through 100% of our tough days, but that doesn't make them fun. And we quit things that aren't fun. And like Michael talked about, he literally had the weight strapped to his feet and was ready to jump off a bridge. He was done. That's the suck that we've got to push past. And he found joy in that moment. I don't know what you're going through right now. I don't know how dark it is, but I do know there's light. I know that light scares away the darkness. And I know that if you focus on those pinpricks of light that Ben talked about, they start to multiply. And when they multiply, a little bit more light gets to you and you get a little closer to that joy. I am so hopeful that one, that you will listen to both of those episodes. If you didn't already, please do. And then two, that you will walk away knowing that you aren't alone in this. And maybe it's just that you reach out to me. I would love that. It's just Christie at aimwithus.com. Easy, right? But you're not in this by yourself. You are absolutely able to reach out to someone. And maybe it doesn't need to be me, although I would love it. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be a sister or a brother or a husband or a wife. But don't go through this by yourself. We are not by nature the creatures that are supposed to be alone. That is not where we thrive. We thrive with others. And so, who's your tribe? Who are your people? Who are your people who will pull you up out of the bull crap and set you up for success? I don't know who your people are. I just know that I'm very grateful for mine. And I would love to bring you into the fold if that would be helpful, because I do try to see the good in people. I try to see the good in the world. I try to find joy. And that's why productive joy exists. It's important that we recognize that life is going to suck sometimes. It just is. And yet, how we handle those bad times will determine how much better the good times are. So today, I want you to hold on to that the good times are coming, that they might not be immediate, they might not be consistent, but they're there and they're worth looking for, because when you see them, that hope starts to show back up. I talked to Michael about how in his entire story, and his story had a lot of dark moments, I saw hope. I see hope for you too. And I want you to hold on to that hope, and I want you to turn it into exactly what it needs to be. I am so appreciative that you're here and that you're listening and that you are finding some productive joy through this podcast. Please share it. If you don't share it, people won't know that they're going to be okay. And that's what today's message is, that you're going to be okay. And it is going to suck in the meantime, but there is going to be some light if you just look for it. So, as always, I am hopeful that you are grabbing some nuggets of wisdom that you can utilize right away so that you can figure out a way today and every day to turn fun into action.